And here we are shifting to the fifth dimension. It's time to shift. It's time to make moves now. It's time to embrace who you are and not wait for things to change. We have to change them ourselves. We can no longer be part of a matrix that makes us sick mentally and spiritually. And it's time to embrace who we are and embrace our soul's mission. This is the time to do it. It's good to see everyone today. Gathering around again. I love these times, more and more connecting like this. And, today we're going to talk about starting over. I'm going to share about myself and being an example for other people to start over, because I know that this time period, it could be scary, it could be rough, but we were programmed into a false reality. And now it's time to let go of fear. Right now it's time to let go of shame, and it's time to embrace love and authenticity so that you could have a longer lifespan. You'll be doing what you love for the rest of your life because it resonates with your soul. And that's what this is all about. Dolores Cannon spoke about the waves of volunteers, and it's time to embrace our soul's purpose. It's good to see everyone, and I appreciate all of your attention, the currency of the universe, and I'm just giving everyone a minute to get on before we get with it. Little coffee chat with all of you. And very soon, very in-depth chats that many of you have been asking and waiting for, and it's time that we get ready to have all of these transmissions that are very important right now, and we're all going to be shifting at this time period. So we can't live with fear anymore, and we don't want to be trapped anymore, because when we get into that pit, when we get into that trap, it sucks our life force energy away, shortening our lifespan, and it's time to be in tune with our soul's purpose. And that's what this shift is all about. A lot of people, including myself, we're getting a lot of stress, we're getting a lot of anxiety, and we no longer feel comfortable with what was familiar to us. Chris, thank you very much. I appreciate you. It's my honor to do this, and I'll just keep going. And I appreciate all of you because, as I said a long time ago, future proofs past, this is a mutual relationship, and you're helping me escape the matrix, and I'm helping you escape the matrix. Tammy, thank you very much. I appreciate you. It's time for all of us to exit the matrix. And, we're all finding our unique ways of exiting the matrix. Sometimes we get trapped by the matrix with subconscious programs, and we feel like we can't get out of the matrix because it gives us security and it's what was familiar and comfortable. But a lot of us don't feel familiar and comfortable anymore. And a lot of us are dealing with, including myself, mental health trauma. And we no longer want to go back maybe to the place that we held in the matrix because it's making us sick mentally and spiritually. A lot of people are being forced with things that don't resonate with their soul. Spiritual and mental health are important. And today, it's time to make a shift. And it's not enough just to wait. We have to do it ourselves. And I hope that I'm showing you all of this as an example, a real life or an everyday life example. When you find your passion, when you find what you're really supposed to do, you will live a longer lifespan and you will not age. When you find your passion, when you find what you're supposed to do, your soul's purpose, you will live a longer lifespan and you will not age. And it's time to realize this, because as I shared, stress is the #1 cause of disease. And many people, including myself, we have a lot of stress right now, right? Our mental health, our spiritual health, it's important. And it's not being supported by the matrix. So it's time for all of us to make some shifts. And I hope that, over the course of the past 3 years, I'm showing you how to slowly make a shift. These messages are meant to be authentic. This is manifestation, but manifestation the authentic way. There's a lot of effort. There's work to be done. It's not easy. And a lot of you have been with me every step of the way. And it's time to step out of what is familiar and comfortable and focus on yourself. Focus on what your true passion is. And, even on my journey, my true passion is teaching. And I want to share all these deep thoughts that are here, right? In this pineal gland, right? And, it's time that we make these shifts slowly. That's why it's a shift. It's hard to just uproot and change everything. But every day, make a move to start to change where your future timeline goes. And that's what we're all doing. I started this 3 years ago. Sharon, thank you very much. I appreciate you. It's my honor to do this. And now we want to focus on the people. And there's a lot of things that I want to share with you. And, it's time to share all of these things because we could see that it's pivotal time for our mental health and our spiritual health. So today I'm starting a Patreon, and this Patreon is going to be a place where I can share everything that's going to improve your mental health and your spiritual health. Important things that need to be shared, right? But we're doing the best we can with what we have available to us. We have to be like the water. So I'm starting this Patreon, and I'm going to share many new topics, and there's all different. They actually have a lot of, I'm new to all this, I'm just starting to learn how to do all these things, right? But even if it's videos or even almost like a audio, like a radio, right? For people to listen to certain things, right? And many different things that I want to share and show, and even more, try to be as authentic as possible, but even a more authentic side of me and how to improve our lives. So just so you know, I'm new to this, but there's 3 tiers, and they're all going to be basically the same. I just wanted to give options for people. Whatever you can is fine, right? So I just want everyone to get the same thing. I'm a little bit different at this. So I just want to give everything the same, regardless of what you want to do with those tiers, if you're familiar with Patreon. But I have a lot of things that I want to share, and people have wrote to me and asked me many questions. And, I promised that I would be here, and I'm still here, but there's a way that we have to do it to stay here. So over the next month, I'll be doing both, and I'll be sharing on Patreon. I'll be sharing here as always. And we're starting to make shifts now, because maybe we can, maybe we can't go back to the matrix. We don't know, but we can't wait around, because then if we wait to the end, then we don't have the support that we've had for all these years, right? A lot of us, we had something that was familiar and comfortable. And in this past year, it's no longer familiar and comfortable. And we need to be focused like a laser beam on our spiritual health and mental health. Because I'm here to tell you, our lifespans have been shortened by stress. Stress is the #1 cause of disease. And if you're familiar with Dr. Bruce Lipton, we're starting to learn the truth about our reality. Stress lowers our immune system. We don't want to be stressed. We want no stress in our lives. And stress comes with the territory. We all have things that we have to deal with, but we have to find a way. We need to roll up our sleeves, roll them up, and start to do these things ourselves, making moves. And I'm ready to keep serving and working, but in alignment with what I want to do for my soul. So we all have a unique gift. And sometimes the matrix wants to siphon it away, dim your light, but it's time to shine brightly. This is mental health awareness. And it's time for all of us to rise, because this is how we improve our lifespan, by being in our soul's purpose. And that's the overall message that we need to understand. A lot of people suffer from depression. Deep rest is depressed. Deep rest. Because you are not this body. I am not this body. We are the energy that operates the body. That is our soul. And we operate trillions of cells, 1.4 volts, 700 trillion volts in this body. If you're ready for the teacher of the 5D earth, please smash the like button so that others find this message. I'm here to be the teacher of the 5D earth. And we're here to improve our everyday lives. And that's what the mission is all about. It serves our soul. A long time ago, I shared with you, I came across Nikola Tesla and the secrets of vibration and frequency. And I learned about the 528 hertz frequency and how it changed my life. And when you see such an improvement from your life, you want to pass it forward to others. And you will work towards this mission. I'll be here every day. It's our everyday lives. Always. This is just extra. I don't stop all day long. I know sometimes we see a 15-minute video, but we don't realize that I don't stop all day long. The people that know me know I don't stop all day long. That's why I have to drink this coffee. We're working on all phases: physical health, mental health, spiritual health. And I need to be creative. Right now, we're in the energy of creativity right now. And even here, I want to start to talk about even more topics, right? Like recently, I started to share some fitness and workout videos, right? Some people didn't like it, but that's okay, right? Some people like it. But this is something that I'm good with during the course of my journey. I shared with you I was going to start to talk about even collectibles, right? Some people are getting into collectibles. It was something that I was doing when I was a teenager into my early 20s. And I learned about it. Now it became such a big thing. And all my friends ask me about it. So, that's something else. You need to be creative. Be creative with your skills that you picked up over the course of the matrix. Now's the time to utilize these skills, because we can't rely on the matrix anymore. Maybe it'll be there. Maybe it won't. I don't know. I don't know the answers. You don't know we don't know the answers. But what I shared with you a long time ago, we need to be ready physically, mentally, and spiritually to do it ourselves. So take the time to focus on your soul's purpose. Might be different than what I'm sharing. But we all have our unique gifts and abilities. Ben, thank you very much. I appreciate you, Ben. I'm glad I'm super effective. It's like the video game some of you used to play. I used to play those games. Now I have no time. Yeah, those actually became Collectibles. I'll teach you something right now. If you have like an original Nintendo game that's still in the box sealed, I just saw like they sell for all these crazy amounts of money, right? People aren't aware of it. They might be sitting in their drawers, right? So, we need to be aware of some of these toys and, collectibles that we had years ago. They're big right now, right? Everything's making a comeback, right? I talked about nostalgia a little while back. Nostalgia is very important, and it helps you embrace your inner child and, do the things that bring back nostalgia. And you'll be surprised. There's all different, just how like everyone's learning something different. They're all into different topics. There's so many different things out there. So, I'm sharing what was part of my journey, and I appreciate all of you taking the steps of the way. Darren, I do see some He-Man are like very, very original He-Man are very valuable. Got to keep them in the box though, right? But yeah, there's a lot of different things. And I want everyone to focus on happiness. And I'm going to ask you a question. Do you want to be happy? Do you want to be happy? The things that we do for quote unquote work, they should provide happiness for us. We should not go to work and be stressed and be in the vibration of fear, because it's going to lower our immune system. It's going to lower our lifespan. It's going to make us age. I don't age. We don't age, light warriors. We evolve. And we have many years coming up, light warriors. We're going to be, I'm just getting warmed up. But we're becoming aware. I realized it was a little further back. I hope the sound is good today. Is the sound good? Let me know in the chat. Sound is good. Be aware of doing and embracing what makes you happy. And don't worry about what others have to say, right? The mocking, all this other stuff. Oh, you do this or whatever. Thank you. All right, I know. Be aware of happiness and the importance of happiness on your journey. And, there's only so much trauma that we can take, especially being an empath. Even though I'm a warrior, I'm also an empath. And I'm getting tired of being in situations, and a lot of us don't want to go back to these situations where we're seeing our people suffering and our children suffering. And especially being an empath, it brings trauma to us. We need to be aware of our physical health, our mental health, our spiritual health. A lot of people aren't aware there's a spiritual health, but it's actually the most important. And that's what I'm here to do. And if you haven't connected on Telegram, I'm always sharing on Telegram. Please connect on Telegram. I'll be sharing more and more there as well. And I'm grateful if you decide that you want to join our Patreon. The link is at the pinned comment. And this way we have other options. We have to have multiple options, not just one. Take all options. Okay, so it's a very important time to focus on the paths. What are the paths? Start to take all the paths, and then you start to find what's the main path. Multiple paths. A lot of us on our journey, we are trained to just put all our eggs in one basket. And I'm showing you as a common man that I stay with all of you no matter what happens. And I'm doing it myself. And you will do it yourself. And I know it's scary because maybe we've had a position for many years. And we don't know what's familiar and comfortable anymore. So it's time to take our God-given talents and become the creators of the reality. And so it is. Be focused on this. There's a lot that was programmed in the subconscious mind. And I recently told someone about he said, what do you mean subconscious programs? This is important stuff that we have to be aware of. Alfreda, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Shelly, thank you very much. It's my honor for this message, this rising. We're all rising up right now. And this is how we're doing it together. We're doing it together. When we stand together, we are greater than the sum of our parts. We need to embrace the energy, even if I have to do it myself. I'm a motivational speaker as well. Ronnie, thank you very much. I appreciate you. It's my honor to do this. I appreciate all of you, and I appreciate you standing side by side with me. And the most important thing is just sharing the message. That's the nut. Whatever it is in the long run, everything comes out in the wash, right? It's called. But if the message keeps growing, then we know it's authentic. And we see it's kind of, it's growing slowly because it's not really part of the matrix, but it's becoming part of the new earth. I told you I'm here to be a pioneer. And 2 years from now, we're going to look back and we're going to say, wow. In my first year, I did a video. I share it. It's not that great, but I did the best I could with the ability that I had at the time. I shared a video. The seeds I plant today will not bear fruit today. So I could think back 2 years ago when I was just doing this. And I think about the seeds I planted today. It's time for the harvest, Light Warriors, this September. Because we're being prepared. We don't know. There's uncertainty. I've been sharing this. This is the energy theme right now that we're in. Uncertainty. If this message is helping you get through this time period, please smash the like button. It helps others find this message. Be focused that the seeds that you plant today will not bear fruit today. And I understand that everyone is at a different point in their awakening journey. I think back and I reflect on what I sacrificed. I took the time to study all these things that I wasn't told to study, but my soul said, it's time to study these things. I took a calculated risk. And instead of, maybe going back for more matrix programming, I educated myself and I sacrificed thousands upon thousands of matrix dollars so that I could be in alignment. And sometimes we need to focus on calculated risks. Not just like jump off the, calculated risks. And I share from a place of authenticity. We don't know what the future holds. So it's time to think of everything. And that's where we are right now. We're in the void of creation right now. Right now, we're in the void of creation. Because we're in the unknown. We don't know what's going to happen. Nobody knows the day or time. We do know there's a shift, and we do know there's a change. Energy is the ability to cause change, and we can detect energy's presence by noticing the change. And some people aren't aware how this is all connected, and that's what I'm here to do. We're aware of the solar flash, and this energy is changing our life. It even changes and manifests in our physical reality. Tesla said, when we start to investigate and put our efforts in the spiritual world, we'll have more development in 1 decade than in the centuries before it. And I'm here to focus on the work of Nikola Tesla and all the great people that are doing this work right now. We're a team. That's why we're the 144,000 warriors of the rainbow. We're focused on our mental health and our spiritual health. And a lot of people have trauma right now. I know you're hearing this transmission and it resonates with you. and I'm sharing you. When I did the video a long time ago, do something today that your future self will thank you for. Do it today. I understand we're all in a different place of exiting the matrix. We're all different, and that's okay. You might just be waking up this past week. You might have woken up many years. You might have had something there since you were a child, like me. Some of you have been awake for 50 plus years, and you're like, get me off the ride. Stop the ride. Get me off the ride. It's time to exit the ride. It's time to exit the matrix. And we could do this together. Focus on multiple paths. And I will practice what I preach every single day for years. The king of authenticity. Right now, start to have multiple plans, because we don't know. Nobody knows the day or time. You all have a unique ability. We all do. What I'm doing might be different than what you're doing. How you represent yourself. The Patreon has a lot of options. It'll help with my creativity. There's many different ways to represent. I know I always do videos, but there's other things to do. And I'm going to be as creative as possible now. This is where we are right now. The energy of creativity. Focus. I see this question in the chat. What's your ability? And start to find maybe 2 paths or 3 paths. Don't rely on just one path. Don't keep all your eggs in one basket at this time period. We hope for the best, but we also prepare for the worst. We teach from a place of authenticity. We don't know. So it's time to get out. I'm out of the comfort zone, Light Warriors. I'm out of the comfort zone. A lot of us have been doing something for so many years. And in the past year, we've seen such a change. And once you've had a taste of what the real reality is, you just don't want to go back to the matrix anymore. It's time to realize the truth cannot be told. It can only be realized. We're realizing that we were all born into a prison planet. We're realizing it. I can't tell it to you. No one else can tell it to someone else. They must realize it. And we're all realizing it right now. And if this seems interesting to you, take a look at Dolores Cannon. She's no longer with us, but she spoke and prophesied about this time period. And the waves of volunteers, that's us, Light Warriors, the waves of volunteers, to help expand human consciousness and shift our reality to the 5th dimension. I remember when I started this like 3 years ago, and I was talking about, find us in the 5th dimension and all this stuff. And I remember all the mocking, right? The shaming. I'm still here. And so it is. You're going to come across mocking and shaming as you start your journey. I'm here to be an example of keeping your feet planted firmly and showing an everyday life common journey. I know a lot of people, they might have luck. I also shared a video on this a long time ago. Consistency is more important than luck. You all see it. There might be a person and they're really, they might not say be the best, but they got luck. They got this viral thing. They go, and that's great when it comes to manifestation. But the only thing that you can count on is consistency. And I've been consistent for many years. Be consistent. It's the only thing that you could count on. I'm sharing from a place of authenticity. I shared about the truth about manifestation. Sometimes you can envision stuff and manifest it real quick. But the only thing that's guaranteed is when we back it up with radical action. Radical action. And stand in the vibration of authenticity. And you'll never go wrong. In the Matrix, we have a lot of fear from the subconscious mind and all this stuff. But let's back it up with radical action. And we'll find ourselves on the new earth. If you're ready to start your new life today, please smash and obliterate the like button. Share it with a friend, Light Warrior. Share it with a friend. Multiple paths need to be taken at this time because no one knows what the future holds, right? Sometimes, people want to predict certain things. But as I shared, the only thing that you can count on is being prepared physically, mentally, and spiritually to do it yourself. And it might not have been the most popular thing to say because everyone wants, maybe some kind of prediction or something. But it was the authentic thing to say. And here we are. And here we are. Be prepared. Physically, mentally, and spiritually. Strengthen yourself for the shift. And when you continue to raise your core vibrational frequency, you will attract the life that is your soul's purpose. Soul's purpose, Light Warriors. And I'm grateful for all of you that have been here since the beginning. Actually, when I wasn't so good. It's true. It's true. I still leave up my original messages. Some people love them because they could see the growth in me. Leave the ego at the door, right? I always leave up my original messages. I'm not embarrassed of them. I kind of talked a little slow sometimes. I see them sometimes. I'm like, oh, I don't want to listen. I don't listen to it. But that's what you do to be authentic. Thank you, Ben. I appreciate that. Be authentic. And you could see the change over time because I'm here to motivate people to embrace who they are. And it's not easy in the beginning. It wasn't easy for me. And I hope that I inspire you to do the same. I'm a life coach, kid. That's what it's all about. And we all are in different places in our life. And that's why it's important. You'll see I'm doing the same. We're all sharing different things. We're all taking different paths, have multiple paths. And then you narrow it down. But if you never take a calculated risk, you'll never know the truth. You'll never know. What if I would have done this, right? I would have regret today if I never did my first video. Failure is better than regret. Regret is worse than failure. I'm a life coach. So it is. Regret is worse than failure because you have to live with yourself. You live in your mind all day long. No one else out there matters. You live in here and you will live with regret your entire life. You said, I should have done this. I should have done this. And guess what? I'm presenting from a place of authenticity. I'm reflecting on my life. And even today, I know that I have some regrets and I can't continue to live and serve a matrix that doesn't serve our people. It doesn't serve our children. So don't live with regret. And I hope that this motivational message is helping you realize your true potential and your true power. You have to believe in yourself. No one else can do it for you. No one else can do it. Do something today that your future self will thank you for. I can't even tell you what that is. No one can. Only you can. And you'll find it in the Sacred Heart. Your heart gives out an electromagnetic field 5,000 times greater than your brain. Think with the heart. Lead with the heart. I shared that. I made that a Patreon post so that people can start off over there seeing that. Lead with the heart today. Lead with the heart. Think about your brothers and sisters. Think about what you have to improve their lives. And do you want to just hide and sit in the basement all day? If you can do something that nobody else can do, would you do it? Or would you be fearful? I hope that this message resonates in your DNA, in your soul, in your heart chakra. And I have a lot to teach. I have a lot to share. And I have millions of lives to improve. But we need to start letting go of what is familiar and comfortable. Let go of what's familiar and comfortable. That's how we win, through the heart. That's right, Ben. Through the heart. And I'm grateful for all of you that stuck with me since the beginning and you realized a familiar voice through clairsentience. If you haven't seen my original videos, I have a whole playlist of my year one videos. You should check them out. If you're ready, I get people ready to start their mission. That's my greatest honor, is that I'm motivating you to start out. You might see something different here. You might see and feel something that's different, that's not out there anywhere else. If you can do something that nobody else can do, would you do it or would you be fearful? It's time to start thinking differently, because there's so many things that are in this energy field that need to be shared with the world. And it's time to share them. So I appreciate all of you, and I appreciate your attention, the currency of the universe. Some people that are new are saying, I didn't know attention was the currency of the universe. It's true. It's true. Attention is the currency of the universe. An electric current. So I appreciate all of you. And as always, I am grateful if you just share our channel. Share it with one other person to help improve their life today. Please smash the like button if this message is improving your life today. I appreciate that. That's the most important thing. Vibrational synchronization. When I shared that on the beach, one of my first videos, people were saying, what is this guy talking about? Vibrational synchronization. It's true. It's all true. And now we're realizing it. That's why the truth cannot be told. It can only be realized. And I'm still here 3 years later. Plant the seeds today, Light Warriors. Remember this. Plant the seeds today. Do it now. Don't wait. Because regret is worse than failure. And so it is. If you find this message interesting and you would like to learn more about our reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, why don't you click subscribe, give the video a like so it becomes visible to more people, and please share with one other person. Because when we all share with one other person, we will rapidly grow our 5D community. I'm grateful for all of you. If it calls you, please join our Patreon. The link will be in the pinned comment. And I will continue to keep going and expanding human consciousness via multiple paths. There's not just one path. There are multiple paths, and it's time to take all the paths right now because we don't know. You might be on a path that might come to a dead end right now. We don't know. We don't know. So it's time to be focused on this, and I hope that this message inspires you today. I love you all. You're all my family. And please connect on Telegram. I made that group chat for all of you because I know how it is to sit at home alone as you're expanding your consciousness and you're learning all these new things, right? And you're like, what's real anymore, right? And your vibration is changing and people are leaving from your life and all of a sudden you're alone. I know it. I lived it. And now it's time. The seeds were planted. They were planted in this DNA. And now it's time to take back control of our everyday lives. So I appreciate all of you. Connect on Telegram. I'll be sharing more there. I'll be starting the Patreon posts as well. And I will continue to serve the people every single day. So please share this message today. And I know the world's crazy right now. It's crazy, but don't worry about what's going on out there. You know why. We cannot control what is around us. However, we can control from within. Be conscious to be in alignment with your soul's purpose. Use this to raise your vibration and increase your electromagnetism. Life is so much better when we are all together. If you find this message inspiring or know someone that could benefit from it, please share this message. Dear ones, I am Michael. Find us in the 5th dimension. Have a wonderful day living your everyday life. I remember when I started talking about the 5th dimension, and some people would say, that's weird. Cheers, kid. One of the most important things that we have to fight against Satan is mocking, satanic mocking. It's okay. Stand in the light of Christ, and you will take back your power. Plant a seed today, light warriors. Plant a seed today. Even if it's one person, plant the seed today. I hope that this message was helpful for all of you. Have a great day. Namaste. I love you all. Keep going. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.